Hi there, welcome to WTMK Live, your holistic health and unconventional foodie destination. Who likes jelly or jam or preserves or, well, hey, pretty much everybody, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today, and I have a super yummy recipe for you. But let's, first, before we get started, my name is Colette Wideck. I am a certified integrative nutrition health coach, and I'm super passionate about helping women who are struggling to control their blood sugar, lower their cholesterol, and release the weight. So today's show is all about berries, and I think I might have tripped you up because when I posted the picture yesterday, I showed a picture of strawberries. Well, guess what? We're going to talk about blueberries today. But strawberries and blueberries have an awful lot in common. They're both really super healthy for you. In fact, berries pretty much of all kinds. So strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, they're all really, really healthy and have super amazing benefits for you. So let's just talk a little bit about blueberries in particular. They are one of the most nutritious berries of all of those berries that we just mentioned, and they're super antioxidant rich. And how do we know that? It's because of their deep purpley blue color. So generally, the deeper the color of the food, whether it's a vegetable or a fruit, the deeper the color, the more antioxidants that it has. And antioxidants are super important because they are what go after and attack all of those free radicals that are created in our bodies every day from all of the toxins that are in our environment that we are getting bombarded with. And so all those antioxidants help to fight those free radicals and keep them all under control so that we don't get sick. They also are great for brain health, and they also help to keep your heart strong. So we all definitely want to do that. They're also very sweet, and they're low calorie. And, well, I love blueberries. You know, I have a little story to share with you. When I was a little girl growing up, my grandparents lived in Maine, and they were surrounded by these fields that were just loaded with wild blueberries. And I absolutely love blueberries, and my grandmother could make one mean blueberry cobbler, let me just tell you. So when we would go to visit, she'd give me a pail, and I would leave in the morning, and I would come back before dinner, and I would have a pail, and I'd be purple everywhere because I ate probably twice as much as I put in my pail. But she always rewarded me with a delicious blueberry cobbler for dessert for dinner. So it was well worth it. So that's my little story about blueberries there. Sugar and your cholesterol. So who knew? Need to start adding more blueberries in, right? So we already talked about how blueberries are really high in antioxidants, and they help to fight the free radicals in our body. But they also help to repair cell damage, and they also protect against cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. So if you are diabetic, adding blueberries into your diet is a really good thing because it'll help you to stabilize your blood sugar. And how does it do that? Well, this is why. Because blueberries are very high in fiber. They actually have 3.6 grams of fiber per cup. And what that does is fiber in your digestive tract, it slows down your digestion, which means that the sugars that are in them are not released, boom, into your bloodstream. They are released slowly. So that helps you to have lots and lots of energy without having a sugar high and a sugar crash, because it's all released very slowly into your system. And we all need to eat way more fiber than we probably already are. The daily recommended amount of fiber for women is between 25 and 40 grams of fiber daily. So pretty much most people don't get that much in their daily diet. So adding some blueberries will help that a great deal. And because they have so much fiber, they also help to make you feel full. So you don't eat as much. So there you go. That will help with weight loss. So that's pretty awesome, huh? And because of all of the nutrients and all the vitamins and minerals that are in blueberries, They will also help you to lose belly fat. Got to get rid of that belly fat. We don't know none of that. So the other thing that blueberries are is they are very anti-inflammatory for our bodies. And as I'm sure you've heard me talk about plenty of times before, it is chronic inflammation in our bodies that is the root of almost every single disease out there. So we want to always be eating as many anti-inflammatory foods as possible to help to keep that inflammation down. So, you know, some inflammation is a good thing because that helps to, you know, to keep us from, to fight diseases and stuff. But a lot of inflammation in our bodies all of the time is not something we want. So eating anti-inflammatory foods is absolutely perfect. So there are quite a few other foods that are really high in anti-inflammatory properties, and they are celery, which we've talked about before, broccoli, pineapple, salmon, and chia seeds. And chia seeds are even in our recipe today. So how cool is that? The only one thing that I would say is if you are taking blood thinner medication, I would eat blueberries in moderation because they can, you know, thin your blood even more because they're so good for heart health and everything. They get everything moving good. So if you are taking blood thinner medication, you might want to just do them in moderation, and you may want to speak to your doctor about that as well. So let's get down to the recipe, shall we? I've actually been cooking it for a while because I didn't feel like we really needed to, you know, you didn't need to watch me cook blueberries in the pot, right? So I just thought I'd show you the final results here. So in this pot here, I actually put 4 cups of blueberries, and you can use either fresh blueberries or you can use frozen. I would definitely go for organic blueberries because blueberries can really absorb the pesticides and stuff that gets sprayed on the crops. So you want to make sure that you get organic as much as possible for blueberries. And that goes for all of the other berries as well. So in fact, they're on the EWG, the Environmental Working Group's list of the Dirty Dozen. So you want to make sure that you use organic for berries. So all I did was I put the berries here in the pot, frozen, started off from frozen. I put in a half a cup of raw honey. I put in the juice of a half of a lemon, and I put in a 1/4 cup of water. And as you can see, it's pretty soupy. Let me bring this up a little closer so you can see. You can see it's pretty soupy, which that is perfect. If you wanted to leave it just like that, you could leave it just like that, and it would be an amazing blueberry syrup for pancakes. And I have an amazing oatmeal pancake recipe on my website, so you might want to check that out. So it's gluten-free. So you could just do that. Now, the other thing you could do is you could take these, put them in your blender. I would just let them cool off a little bit because putting hot foods into a blender, you can have like an explosion and you can get hurt. So let them cool off a little bit, and then you could put them through the blender so that it would be, you wouldn't have all these like chunks of blueberries in there. But hey, you know what? I like chunks of fruit. So I'm just going to leave them in there. And we're going to make jam, jelly, preserves, I don't know what you call it. Guess what? It's going to go on my Ezekiel bread cinnamon raisin toast tomorrow morning. And to that, we're going to just add, see here, chia seeds. And I'm going to put just 2 tablespoons in here. And chia seeds absorb water. So they're going to absorb all of this liquid in here, and it's going to thicken this up so that it's just like jelly. And once that gets all done, you have to wait, you know, like a half an hour or so until it cools down, and the chia seeds will absorb all of that liquid. But then when it does, it's going to be so super delicious, you're not even going to believe it. So I did this recipe. It's not quite ready to be up on my website yet. I'll wait and take a picture of this as soon as it you know, cools down, thickens up, and all these chia seeds absorb all this liquid and make it really nice. And, you know, you can see the chia seeds in there now, but once they absorb all of the liquid and stuff, you won't even see them in there anymore. They'll just blend right in to this deep purple color of the blueberries, and you won't even see them. So you know what? You can even fake out your family, and you can have this delicious blueberry jelly in the fridge for them to put on their toast, and they won't even know. How cool is that? That's even better, right? So you can see, like, I've been stirring this just a little bit, and you can see they're already starting to disappear in there. So I'm just gonna leave them sit on the side here. I'll turn my stove off and get rid of this spoon. There we go. Hey, how are you today? So let's see here. Oh my goodness, I got lots and lots of people on here. I'm so thrilled to have you guys all on here with me today. I love having you on here. So make sure when you pop in here to say hello, put in where you're coming from. And if you're new to my show, make sure you put new so I can specifically call you out, because I love to connect with new viewers. So I have some really super exciting news to tell you today. I'm going to be starting a 12-week smoking cessation program. It's actually a challenge. We're going to start it on February the 1st, and it's going to be it's going to be completely different from anything that you've ever done before. So if you've tried to quit smoking, and I know how hard it is, and if you've ever tried, and maybe it was even one of your New Year's resolutions, and you know, it's like 3 weeks later and you gave up on it 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago. So smoking is hard. The problem is that most of the time when people try to quit smoking, they try to go it alone, and they try to go cold turkey. And the thing is that when you try to do something that's so hard and you try to do it by yourself, that makes it even harder. So come in and join in my 12-week quit smoking challenge. I would love to have you guys join us. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have some really great rewards that are going on in there. So if you are ready, willing, and all of that to quit finally for good, please put quit in the comments, and I will send you a link so that you can go check out the program and all that stuff. And it's so brand new that I haven't even completely finished all of the information for it yet. So, but I would love to share it with you. I'd love to have you come and join us. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to get healthy, and we're going to do it. There's food you can eat that can help you. There's a lot of other things that can help you. But most of all, you're going to have daily support and accountability in a private group. So come and join us. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you are having a super awesome Thursday. And I will see you guys here again next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And next week, we're going to be talking about Super Bowl foods, because guess what? My Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm so excited. So make sure you come and join us, because everybody watches the Super Bowl, and you always want to have, you know, a nice spread to put out. But let's do it healthy this year, shall we? So I will see you again next Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, here's to your health. Bye-bye.